Holy moly. So about a week ago, I was going through my photos and deleting some things off my Dropbox account. I came across an ad that I screenshot and I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about it. And then I asked my Instagram followers, do you guys want a taste test if I order it? And I was like, yeah, order it. So I did it. I fell for an ad. I got Snickers high protein powder and it's 20 grams of protein. 3.5 grams of total fat, 4 grams of sugar per serving. It's an epic taste of chocolate, caramel, and peanut flavor. That is heaven. 150 calories. Obviously there's butter, but like it's Snickers. It's Snickers. Okay. And then I got myself a Snickers Protein Bar. I know. Like what? 20 grams of protein. It's 240 calories, 10 grams of fat, 22 grams of carb. There's 5 grams of fiber, 5 grams of sugar, and then 3 added sugars. Like 240 calories is the same as a regular Snickers bar. Don't quote me on that. To replace this with actual chocolate bars, is it gonna be worth it? So I got these and then I'm gonna eat them when I'm like really craving chocolate, which doesn't happen all the time for me, but it does happen once in a while. So I got these. I think this was $25 for 12 or like something like that. And then this was 30 bucks. Snickers high protein, the website actually gives you a protein pancake recipe, and I'm gonna follow that because they have it for 2 servings. I'm just gonna cut it in half because 2 servings is 2 eggs. I'm like, well, if I cut it, it's still the same. So I'm just gonna cut the recipe in half and show you guys how simple it is or not. Find out because the recipe is very simple. It does not come with a scoop. These are all scoops. This is probably the closest. So it's 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 scoops of Snickers high protein powder, and then 6 tablespoons of water or a milk of your choice. So I'm gonna cut everything in half. I was wrong, there is a scoop. Oh my gosh, this is massive. I was about to use this tiny thing. This is 1 scoop. Okay, 1 scoop is 37 grams. This came out to be 52. We're looking at 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon, 6 tablespoons of water. I'm gonna do water. I might just do my milk of choice. So good caramel flax milk plus protein, and it is 3 tablespoons since I'm doing everything in half. This milk is so creamy. And 1 whole egg. It's a very simple recipe because usually I put other things in it. You guys, the thing smells so good. It flipped so well. I just inputted this in my FitnessPal with the things that I used. So for 1 serving, it is 230 calories, which is actually pretty good. It is, but you can just use water and not use any milk, and that would be 220 maybe with water. I'm excited. I'm gonna put some stuff on here. I'm gonna do a taste test now without anything on it. Wow, this is amazing. Agave, my favorite. This is Nutella. Honestly, I love peanut butter, but not on pancakes. I prefer almond butter. Maybe some blueberries, but I want to eat an apple, so I'd rather have that. So I put 10 grams of my hazelnut cocoa spread, and then I put 10 grams of almond butter. I really like Justin's almond butter, honey flavored. That is just fantastic, but they didn't have any when they were on sale, so I just got the regular one from Whole Foods. And then I put 10 grams of agave. Now that is a pancake. 367 calories with all my toppings on here, and it's 31 grams of protein. So that's actually a pretty solid amount of protein. My honest opinion, on those protein pancakes. Well, first of all, I feel like I've been making protein pancakes wrong this entire time. I've been using like an egg and some pumpkin puree, and this recipe asks for eggs and some water or milk. Like, damn, I could have just been using water this entire time. Although the pumpkin puree, I feel like makes me full like all day. This one, when I finished it, I was like, I could eat more. I feel like my recipe with pumpkin, I just can't even finish it all sometimes. I'm like, that's only a few hundred calories, like, gotta eat it. And I'm like full for like the entire day. It was really good. I mean, it tastes like protein pancakes. Just like a slight hint of like caramel. You're like, ooh, is the Snickers taste coming in? But then it's not. But so it has like a hint of like that in there. It's actually really good because I've had some pretty bad protein pancakes and this is probably my favorite because it tastes really good. I've only tried a few different recipes. This one's my far favorite. Very simple. It turns really well. It doesn't break. It's my favorite when it comes to protein pancakes. Like, I would use it all the time. And then I got Women's Best chocolate fudge brownie. It's good, but like, I think the Snickers is better than that. So this morning I'm gonna make protein coffee using the Snickers high protein powder. This is really gonna tell me if it's a good protein powder. And I'll show you how I make mine. So I put like a few ice cubes in here. It's really good. It's like a milkshake. It's like a chocolate milkshake. It's too watered down. I just put too much ice to like cool it down. And I think it'll be perfect. I think this is it. This is it. There's gonna be one more taste test, which is protein fluff. I've only made this one time. It was pretty good. There was like a bunch of ingredients in it, so I was just like not really feeling it. I'm gonna use both. So obviously use this as my main ingredient, and as a topping, I'm gonna cut up this bad boy and put it on top. I just know that as long as you just blend your ice really well, it will come together. Hopefully it comes out clear. I made a shortcut on my iPhone to ask me how many ounces of water I drank, and then it will upload on here automatically on my health app. And it'll tell me how much water I drank for the day, for the week. So I'm excited for that. Obviously you can get an app for it, but I like to have everything on my health app. So it's a nice place to have everything at once. That was really random. I'm gonna make this protein fluff. People suggest using, however you say this, the gum, the XThem gum, which I do have for like when I first tried protein fluff. So I do have it, but people all said you really don't need it. But you know what? The ice cream truck man. One of the like most popular recipes that you find on Google, she uses a lot of ingredients. It's not really necessary. She uses like sugar-free Jell-O pudding mix. She uses like butter extract. She uses like, I don't know, it's just too much. It's too much for me. It's really not necessary. So I'm just gonna use ice. I'm gonna use protein powder, ice, half cup of flaxseed milk, and then I'm not gonna add the gum. Apparently the XThem gum makes it just a little bit more like ice cream. I don't really care for that right now. I'll do it next time. Okay, so you need a high-speed blender, 300 grams of ice. Scrape the sides to make sure you got everything. 120 grams or milliliters. I have flaxseed milk in here. 30 grams. It's more like 38. Uh-oh. Okay, put everything in and we're just gonna... We missed some spots here. No biggie. Give this another whirl. It smells like Snickers. Let me tell you, this is like a pint, maybe more than a pint. Do you guys need to see the inside of these things? They're literally a Snickers bar, okay? There's really peanuts in it. I always have to give it some thought to review the taste, because in the moment I'm just like, I'm so hungry or I really want to eat it, and because I made it, I give it a good review because it's good and I love to eat and I love to try things. I always give it a good review. I gave it some thought. I would still say it's really good. I've only tried protein fluff once, months ago. The recipe that I was using was a lot of ingredients, so I just never made it again. I made it very simple this time around. It's definitely easier. When I took off the top of the blender and I smelled it, it smelled like Snickers. I was like, holy crap, this is Snickers. But I gotta say, when I tasted it, it was good. I was like, oh, it tastes like Snickers, but it's missing a bunch of sugar in it, which is no problem. All I have to do was add sweetener into it. My dumbass did not put sweetener in it. I didn't think about it. It didn't even cross my mind. So I'll definitely have to do that next time. Same with the protein bars. It is like, compared to a regular Snickers bar, it's not as sweet. So it's like, obviously it's like 4 grams of sugar or something like that. So it's really little in sugar content, and you can definitely taste the difference. Also, the caramel of the protein bars is very hard compared to the regular Snickers bar, which is not that tough. So that's the difference, I would say. So you can just have like both of them sitting around, you know what I mean? And like, you can just like switch off. That's my review. It's really good. Hope you enjoyed my taste test. Protein pancakes, protein coffee, and then protein fluff. And out of the 3, protein coffee is still my favorite way to consume it. I hate shakes, but I can definitely do coffee. It's me personally. I've tried a few different protein coffee using different protein powders, and this is the best so far. Like, I even tried a protein powder that is just like, that is for protein coffee. It's not it, fam. It's not. I was like, oh, it's good. It kind of tastes like caramel macchiato. Yeah, sure. But I was like, would I buy it? No. Snickers protein bar, protein powder for my protein coffee, 100% will repurchase for sure. I just have to figure out like my calories and like when I will consume it, because last time I did not control myself at all and I consumed the entire tub. The Snickers protein powder is now my #1 favorite for protein coffee. My second one is Woman's Best cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll, or is it cinnamon bun? I think it's cinnamon bun. Fantastic. I mean, that was my first protein powder purchase, and I tried it as protein coffee and I fell in love. I was like, this is the best. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I haven't really tried that many. I even tried a different brand, like a vegan iced coffee. It's so bad. Welcome back to my channel. This week's challenge for Jump Try 66 is Mindfulness 66. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I started to journal for this week. That was amazing. I wrote 3 things that I'm grateful for every single day, and I recommend it so much. I mean, I tell people to journal because I know it has benefits, and it really helps just like kind of let out your feelings and worries and just everything on your mind, and it kind of helps feel less of a burden. Definitely recommend writing in a journal. Writing down 3 things I'm grateful for every single day really helps like start off your day in a positive way, because I know there's tons of things we should be grateful for, you know, just like your health, being alive, having good weather, or being able to run, being able to exercise, having the time to do this or that. Just like taking the moment in the beginning of the day to say 3 things that you're grateful for It really helps put you in a better mindset. So many things to be grateful for that we take for granted, but like taking a step back from it, just to be grateful for those things, you're like already in a grateful mode. You're in like a positive mode. So like starting your day, you're just in a positive mindset. Like to actually remind yourself of those things in the morning really helps start the day. Just being grateful for the rest of the day, and just to like be like, I'm having a bad day, but you know what? I'm so grateful for these things that I still have. Can't take that away from me. And I said this in the previous video, but writing it is different from typing it. Writing it really slows down your thought process. You can type really quickly, but you can't write that quickly. You're kind of more thoughtful when you're writing versus typing, because when you're writing, you can't really just start deleting paragraphs, sentences like really quickly. So you're kind of more thoughtful, and you're taking more time to write. Completely different experience. So this week was mindfulness 66, and I wrote 3 things that I'm grateful for every single morning, as well as journaling in the morning, because I'm in a little bit of a quarter life crisis.
Feels like I've been gone for so long, for so long, for so long. Moonlight on the lawn, and your hand-me-down car feels so far, feels so far away.
So this week, 5 days, I ran 14 miles. And for the month of February, I ran 83 miles. For the year, I ran 172 miles. For kilometers, I ran 22.8 kilometers. For this week, I ran 133 kilometers for this month, February, and then for the year I ran 277 kilometers. I'm about to hit 300 kilometers for the year, and it's been 57 days. I have 2 days left for this month, and I am 6 miles away from hitting more miles than last month. And January has 3 more days than February, so I definitely ran a lot more this month than my first month, which means I'm improving somewhere. I'm challenging myself. I've been doing my thing. Pretty cool. This is literally first time ever for me to finish a workout plan for the entire month and not be sick of it by the last week. I'm loving it. I love my split. I'm going to continue my split and just switch 1 or 2 exercises when I feel like it, which is what I did this week. But for the most part, like 90%, 80 to 90% of my workouts this week has been consistent for this entire month. So I'm really excited. In a few weeks, I am going to go on a cut. So I'll be cutting down my cardio, but I think my split will still be the same. My exercises will be the same. I think my cardio will change though, because I don't want to do too much cardio. Maybe I do more cardio. I'm not really too sure. I did gain a few pounds. I'm not really too sure how I feel about it. I'm planning on going to cut phase after Gym 66. Like I'll do a cut series cut phase series on my YouTube channel, so you can follow through that. I'll talk about it in a different video, but for this video, it's pretty simple, nothing too much. Mindfulness is going well, my running is going well, being very consistent with my training. I think that's about it. Hope you enjoy this video. I really recommend trying out the Snickers high protein powder. I mean, there's a bunch. There's so many protein powders in the industry, but I think this one you have to give it a shot too. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week, which is the last week of Gymshark 66. Say what?